Yo guys, what is good? It's MoneyMinter75. I'm back for another video. It's not a vlog today because I'm not going to the match, so what I'm going to do is just going to do a preview and review of the Hibs and Dundee game today. Obviously, we want to move on for next week. Obviously, try and get another couple of points in the bag. Dundee have made a horrendous start to the season, losing their first four games, scoring very little. They've not really got I don't think they've got a great attacking threat today because obviously Kenny Miller was suspended last week against Rangers, so kind of points towards a Hibs win. So I don't know how it's going to go. I'm really looking forward to the game. Hopefully I'll be able to get a wee stream of the game sorted out, and hopefully I'll be able to really give some insight to how I feel the game's going to go today. But obviously, when we not go into the game today, I've got a wee bit more time to speak about things. Obviously, as well, guys, I just wanted to say I recently completed. As everybody who watches the videos obviously knows that I've been struggling with depression for a wee bit past couple of months. Obviously, just wanted to give you a wee bit of an update on that. I want you to know that I am doing better, I suppose is the best way that I can describe it. I'm not taking as many antidepressants as what I was, which is pretty decent in my eyes. And yeah, I still have the occasional kind of dark day, but I'm a lot better at kind of coping with it when it happens, and I know when it's coming as well, so that to me is a bonus. And I think one of the main reasons why that this is kind of happening is because I've recently completed the 12-week course for the changing room. Now, I spoke about this with Gav for Hibs Talk, a couple of months ago. I think it was before the game against Tripolis, I think, if I remember correctly. I think it was before that time. And obviously we spoke quite a lot about, stigma surrounding men's mental health and mental health in general, and what we can do to really try and combat this ghost that is mental health. So yeah, as I say, I recently went on the changing room, and at the time I started the course, I've just finished it. I finished it last week, and first and foremost, I have to say I'm absolutely gutted that it's finished. When I first started the changing room 12 weeks ago, it was, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how it was going to pan out. I didn't know how I was going to walk away from it. I didn't know anything about it, really. And I was kind of under the impression that it was going to be, everybody sat in a circle, who wants to share sort of thing. And I'm so glad that I was so wrong over that. The work that the guys from Sam H, the changing room itself, obviously Hibs have got to get a big bonus point in there because obviously they're the Pirate Club. At Sam H, the SPFL Trust, Movember, and as I say, the actual changing room itself, the work these guys are doing behind the scenes is absolutely fantastic. I have to give two big shout outs to Fair Nicholson, who was the guy who was the kind of the team leader of the group that we were in, and Robert Nesbitt as well. These guys were just salt of the earth. Honestly, they were absolutely brilliant. And then obviously I want to give a shout out to all the guys that I was actually on the course with as well. I'm really happy that that we've made these bonds and these friendships that I hope are going to last a long time. And honestly, the whole experience was just fantastic. I was actually gutted there on Thursday night because I didn't have anywhere to go. I really looked forward to going to the changing room on a Thursday because you knew that you were going to go along, you were going to have a laugh, you were going to be able to vent if you needed to vent on a couple of things as well, which for me was amazing. And obviously I didn't have that this week, so it was really difficult to try and, kind of just to accept that, that the experience is over. But honestly, the whole thing was just amazing. The banter that we had as a group was amazing. The overall relationship that we had together was brilliant. I can't speak highly enough of the changing room, and that brings me to my next point. If you are, a guy who is struggling with mental health, please find out about it and go along. It's probably the best thing that you'll ever do. I was really sceptical of it, and I'm so happy that I've been proven wrong. And honestly, guys, it's the best thing that I've ever done. And I know I'm kind of derailing a wee bit talking about obviously football, but that's the premise of the changing room, is the fact they use football as a tool to talk about the people's mental health, just to get guys talking, because we all know that guys don't talk. Do you know what I mean? We don't. We're quite happy just bottling everything up and thinking that, you know, we've got to be the strong ones, you know, you've got to be a man, you know, you've got to be strong. Well, unfortunately, guys, that's just not how it pans out. I think you're actually stronger admitting that you've got problems than bottling it all up and not saying anything. And, you know, that was something that I struggled with quite highly, you know, not speaking about problems. And I'm so happy that I did speak out. I got put on, as I say, got put on the... Sorry about that there, guys. I had to take a phone call halfway through that sentence. Talk about being... timing not being great. But, no, as I was saying there, you know, we spoke about... I was speaking about your mental health problems. And, listen, if you're going to speak about mental health, it shouldn't be met with negativity. Mental health is not, you know, it's not a negative. It doesn't define anybody as a person. Everybody has mental health, which is something that I've learned during the course of the changing room, is the fact that everybody has got mental health. Nobody is any different, you know, everybody's got mental health. And the fact of the matter is, if you are going to have everybody's going to have problems in their life. You know, I've had problems recently, obviously, a lot of things that I spoke about in past videos. You know, I know a lot of the guys who were on the changing room with me obviously had problems as well. And, you know, the fact that we've spoke out about them is pretty, you know, is really good, because then we've admitted to ourselves that things aren't where they should be. And that, to me, is the whole premise of the changing room. It is about speaking out. It is about helping guys cope with their mental health, because, you know, anybody who knows, men are not great at speaking out. We're not. You know, we're not great at speaking out. We're not great at, you know, opening up our problems and just saying how much, for example, you know, if we're struggling in a problem, you know, if we're going through bad times, you know, we don't speak about it. We bottle it all up because we think that we have to. There's a lot of stigma around mental health. There's a lot of stigma, I think, around men in general. And listen, I'm speaking as a professional child carer. Do you know what I mean? I've worked in childcare since I was 15. You know, I'm 30. Well, I'm basically 30 in a couple of weeks' time. Do you know what I mean? So the fact of the matter is, half my life I've worked in childcare, and during that time, you know, I've had to have loads and loads of stigma aimed at me. You know, because in a lot of people's eyes, men shouldn't be working in childcare, which is complete nonsense. And you know, it's just there's so many things kind of wrong with men in society just now. As I say, there's a lot of stigma attached with a lot of different things, and to be fair, it's a lot of nonsense, if you want me to be completely honest. But it is what it is. But as I say, I mean, that's the whole premise of the changing room, is getting guys speaking about their mental health and to basically take the burden off their shoulders. Because, as I say, men feel that they can't speak about things, and it's having a weight on their shoulders. And unfortunately, for some people, it's too much, and who end up doing really silly things. And unfortunately, that's not what anybody wants. It doesn't take the pain away; it just passes it on to somebody else. So, yeah, as I say, if you're struggling with mental health just now, get yourself along at the changing room. You don't have to be a hippie to do it. You just have to be a man. You just have to be a man aged 30 to 64 and just go for it. Do you know what I mean? Just go there and just get speaking about it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave the video there just now. Obviously, I've derailed a wee bit talking about football. Hopefully, we'll have 3 points to cheer at the end of the afternoon. So I'm going to leave it there just now. But one more thing before I go, I'm going to give a big shout out to Greg Blake. I finally remembered your name, Ludo. I really hope that you enjoy the shout out. Please carry on watching the videos, and thank you so much for liking them. It's a big thing for me, and honestly, you've made my day. It's made my day knowing that you like my videos, pal. So thank you very much for that. And there you go. There's your shout out. Okay. But anyway, guys, I'll see you in a minute. Okay. Bye. Yo, guys. Well, what can I say about that performance, guys? Hibs ran out 3-0 winners against Dundee this afternoon. I have to say, I managed to get I think I caught like maybe the last half an hour of the game. I managed to get a stream, and I seen the first 2 goals, and then I lost the stream, and then I missed the 3rd goal. So yeah, all things considered, I think it was a decent enough performance. We looked pretty sharp on the ball. Defensively, we looked solid. It's nice to get a clean sheet away from home. So yeah, all round pretty decent game. Obviously, I think the scoreline. I think maybe. I mean, I didn't see any of the first half of what I saw. I think we were quite poor in the first half. So, you know, the scoreline could, strictly speaking, could flatter us, I suppose. But at the same time, you know, obviously in the second half, we controlled the game. As I say, we looked sharp. So it was nice to get 3-0 victory. Yeah, good performance all round. Obviously, we'll now go into the game against Aberdeen in the League Cup. Obviously, that's going to be a completely different box of frogs as to what we've just seen. Looking ahead to that game, I mean, if we get, I'd love for us to win that game 1-0. Obviously, takes us into the semi-finals of the League Cup. Do I think it's going to be as easy as that? Probably not. Let's be honest. Aberdeen are a good side. At one point, they were defending. You know, I think they had 6 defenders on the pitch the last time they came to Easter Road when we drew 1-1, and it was a just result for Hibs that game. But will we have any more impetus going into that game? Bear in mind that it's a cup quarter final. We do seem to have a wee bit more of a settled team now, which is pretty decent. Obviously, we've got our front two back in McLaren and Canberry. Canberry obviously scored today. McLaren missed out through a back injury. But, you know, we're mixing things up a wee bit as well. Obviously, having Canberry and Boyle up front. We've had Horgan up front the last couple of weeks as well. So, you know, obviously we're mixing things up a wee bit. So we're not just looking like we're one-trick ponies. So that's pretty decent as well. So it's going to have to, you know, it's going to be a big game on Tuesday. Obviously, Aberdeen usually bring a good support as well. So it'll be interesting to see how we pan out for that game too. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a finger. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a place in the next round. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Obviously, it's a bit of a different video for me today. A lot of talking, obviously, and it's not all things football as well. Obviously, if you watched the start of the video, you'll know that I spoke about the changing room. And that is obviously something that I'm very passionate about. I'm hoping to start volunteering with them in the next couple of weeks as well, so that's a big plus for me. Obviously, speaking about mental health in general as well in the start of the video, and obviously I know it's not about, you know, I know the channel, strictly speaking, know about speaking about such issues, but at the same time, it's there to be spoken about, and I felt that I had to speak about it as well, obviously, as I say, with me just completing the programme. So it's been really, really nice to sit and talk back about how positive it's been for me. It's also been quite positive, bearing in mind that we had a really good result today too. So all round, it's been a pretty decent video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it, and hopefully you'll subscribe to the channel. It's MoneyMinter75, and if you haven't done so already, please do. Please give the video a thumbs up. It really does help me out if you do that. Leave a comment in there. Tell me your stories about the game today, and you know, maybe if you felt comfortable enough to do it, maybe share your stories about mental health as well. That would be quite a plus point as well, and maybe I can start making some videos in the future about, you know, about the changing room, documenting my own mental health as well, and documenting how positive the changing room is, and how much we are trying to change, break down the barriers of mental health, and erase the stigma that around men's mental health as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll be a wee positive outlook to go into the future. But I'm going to leave the video there as it is, guys, because again, I seem to be rambling on quite a wee bit. Obviously, again, I've done my shout out to Ludo. I know that's his nickname, and I've forgotten his first name again. That's really, really bad of me. But obviously, I've done my shout out to him as well. If anybody would like a shout out in a video, just get in touch with me on Twitter. It's @Murray1875, or maybe do so on Facebook as well. Just look for Stephen Murray, and hopefully, you know, we'll have a wee shout out video coming up soon as well. But I'm going to leave the video there just now. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe to the channel MoneyMinter75. Click the bell icon beside the subscribe button. That will let you know when I upload. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and come on the Hibs, come on the High Bees.